Okay, this is the last game of the mini Scotland series, looking at Eurobowl rules. So this is my Amazons against BBjock's Slann, who are jumpy little fellows. Yeah, so he had a rookie Croxigore, a guard, and then he had a Russell strip ball fella there, which doesn't get marked automatically. Let's see if I can mark that one yet. WSB, there we go. Yep, had a mixed game he did. So this is going to be interesting because I made a few mistakes, but let's see what we can learn from them. I've got my first Super League game coming up, which is Amazons against Amazons. But in advance of that, I'll just run through this one and see how the game went. This was last Thursday, so see how much I can remember about what happened. So yeah, he won and decided to kick. And this was quite an interesting start, actually. So I want to beat him up. But he rolled a blitz and then so moved a few players up and then went to blitz my guy and rolled a double skulls and managed to KO himself. So his Russell strip ball star player KO'd, which should have been really good. Should have been, auto score for me. But let's see if that happened. No spoilers. So a few hits on the line, nothing very interesting there, although a stun. And then just, moving the Garda up there, strength 4. And so basically, the mistake I made here was two of them actually. I should have kept the Garda back, obviously, I think, with hindsight to protect. But basically, at this point, I didn't think he'd go for it straight away. So I sort of brought players round and protected, but just everything seemed like a long way away. So, but then the wrestler was there. What you had, yeah, everything seemed like a long way away, but obviously there was quite a big space over here to get into, and a reasonable hit there. So I thought I was sort of okay. Basically, he used a reroll straight up. But basically, yes, this was interesting. So yeah, I didn't think the wrestler would be doing stuff here. So he what did he dodged out and then leapt in straight away. He failed to cancel this blitzer, climb woman, sorry. So it was only one dice. So did I get away with it? Yeah, so I got away with that. But I did, yeah, basically I didn't think he'd go for it straight away, and then he completely swarms my team, which I don't think I was expecting. Just a lot, very, very aggressive play, sort of straight away. And at this point, I needed to try and consolidate somehow. So power there would have been ideal, because then I could have got him free completely. So that was my plan, was to get him free. Now this is where I get in trouble. So I realise obviously I need to protect as much as possible, and someone was going to foul this Garda because obviously a key player. So this chap was going to dodge through here, come back, or in fact dodge this way and foul here. And also this one was protecting the ball carrier. But I roll a snake eyes and then everything goes slightly wrong. So at this point, Jock did make the point after the game that carrying on a strength 4 player might have been more sensible. So that is definitely something to think about, playing Wood Elves or playing against Slann again. Obviously, anything that's going to get to the ball carrier might be an idea to carry with the strength 4. But it's so hard to give up this on the ball free catch, basically of the ball. So we'll sort of have to see how that goes. So yeah, here we go. In he goes and wrestle down the ball, and it's all gone wrong, basically. So yes, do I get the ball back? Let's have a look. Yeah, so really decent situation for him, because that snake eyes stitched me up somewhat. Managed to power the ball, and managed to miss the ball there. Failed to pick up the ball basically and go 1-0 down, which is a bit rubbish, but reset. Every drive's its own drive. You just sort of do your best, don't you? So at this point, I'm sort of running out of turns slightly. So I decide to carry with because I didn't catch with the thrower. at this point, it would have been a good idea probably to carry with the blocker potentially, but I thought move 7 would be quite handy, and moving the ball with on the ball is quite a nice thing to be able to do as well, and I didn't really want to give up the guard. So, but it goes wrong with the skull both down. Um, so what I should have done, obviously, was either choose to re-roll it or move this Garda in earlier, basically, because now the Garda's over there and the player is loose. But I didn't have any rerolls left, that's why I didn't reroll it. But yeah, definitely should have moved the Garda in there, so just really obvious mistake. So Bristol strip ball is back on the pitch now. Garda can just jump in. Defensive is all over the place. Yeah, not moving that person in was just ridiculous mistake, and I get punished for it. So he wrestles down the ball carrier. Could equally have pushed with the strip ball, and then just shenanigans, go in and get the ball and then go out again. So all gone slightly wrong there. And I managed to get to the ball with a few nice hits, but don't manage to pow. And so then he can run away with it, basically. And I do not manage to catch him. So all a bit rubbish, and 2-0 down at the half, which is a bit of a shame. And then, so I just need to try and stop him, try and get the ball off him, basically. So it's a bit of defence practice now. He runs backwards, which is entirely reasonable. 2-0 up. Absolutely no need to do anything at any point, basically. So let's go chasing the ball. Nothing very interesting here. Just moving around, caging up. Gives the ball to the dodge catcher, which is sensible. Yeah, nothing very much going on, just getting in the way a bit. There was a get the ref, so we had a bribe each, so hence the fouls, which was quite fun. Nice to be fouling occasionally. It's not normally a good strategic ploy, but absolutely, if you've got the bribe, then foul all day long. So yeah, here obviously needing to put a bit of pressure on just in case I manage to stop him scoring and then get some sort of shenanigans going on. And he decides to go sideways, but doesn't manage. So there we had a snake eyes to match my one, basically trying to get a catcher up here to finish off the cage, but goes down. So I've got players lurking who might be able to do something, which is nice. Obviously still 2-0 down, but you've got to play each drive trying to stop the opponent scoring, haven't you? So getting a few players in, and then the blitzer jumps up, goes around, gets the go for it, and then gets them both down with block, which is nice. Rubbish bounce into the mix in there, so no point in going for the ball at this stage. Just making sure that difficult for him to get it. I'd have been tempted probably to push into there and then bounce the ball out, but didn't do that. Just gets it free, but then the Croxagore gets a juicy both down, so it will get a bit a bit messy now. And at this point, I'm sort of bouncing the ball around to see if it comes good and just hitting as many frogs as possible. Another foul there. It's just a bit of a mess at this stage, and it's not going to be anything other than a froggy win, but punching frogs is fun. So get the ball there and cage it up. And then bit of a foul and then run it in. So yeah, definite mistakes there. Didn't think he was going to be as aggressive as he was initially, but got away with it, and then punished by snake eyes, but made far too many mistakes. So we learn from our mistakes. So this is how I am getting better at using these lot. And there'll probably be another video later on after my match against Mr. Fumbbl. SP Oboil. Right, good stuff. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.